So when coming to today's class, the next topic is the next function is reverse. So this reverse function, what it will do is it will reverse the string. The basically the function name itself, it's it is showing that it is telling that reverse. It will reverse the string. So whatever the values that we have passed here, that entire values will be going to be reversed. That means M comes first, A comes second, R comes third position, followed by space like this. So let me run this. Give me a second, guys. Okay. So if I run this, you can see. A second. So when I run this, as I said, M will be the entire string that we have passed here, right? The entire string will be reversed, and M comes first, and A comes second, and R comes in third position, right? In this remaining all the characters followed by this order. You can see the entire string is reversed. Next, space function. The space function is nothing but to just add the spaces, like how many number of spaces we want. So it will give that many number of spaces. There is no major use case of these space functions. So it just give the empty spaces without any values. Here, if we check this, it may add 7 spaces here. Let me cross check that. What I will do is I will pass length function to cross check that length of that particular string. For suppose if this space function works, then it need to be at 7 spaces, right? That 7 spaces will be calculated by the length function, and it will return 7 characters length if the spaces are added. See, you can see here. So by default it will add 7 spaces here, so those are empty spaces. Okay, that empty spaces will be calculated by this length function, and it returns 7. Any doubt here? Next, we'll see the replace function. So this replace function is useful to replace any substring or any characters from the string or column. If you like, we'll see this first. We'll see with string value, then we'll see the column. So if you see here, the string that I have passed is help ever. So in that string, I just want to replace E with J. Okay. If you see the syntax, replace, here you need to pass string or column and followed by the second word is the target character, what you are looking to replace, the replace value, else we can call it as old value. Okay. And new value. So if you want to replace the old value with the new value, we need, first you need to pass string or column and old value and new value. It might be single character or it might be uh, a substring of that main string. Okay. So in the same way, I just passed here, I just taken string value. So in the string value, I just want to replace E character with the J. Okay. So if I run the syntax, if I run the query, you can see E's get replaced with J. Here, how many times E is repeated? 3 times it got repeated, right? In the second position and in the sixth position and in the eighth position. So you can see J is repeated in the second position, sixth position, and eighth position. In the same way, if I want to replace with S, so it will be replaced. And we'll see the column. We'll pass one column here. Oh, just a second, guys. We'll replace A. And one more thing, I just want to add one more thing here. So this is case sensitive. Wherever the capital A characters only will be there, it will replace at that position only. So I just passed here. I just passed capital letter here, capital A. So it will look for the capital A. Even though it has January has A in that particular character in this particular value, it is not going to be replaced. Why? Because it particularly looks for the capital letter, that is here. If I pass it with the small letter A, and if we run this, it got replaced. You got it right? So this replace function is case sensitive. So whatever the capital letters we have passed, that uh, if the capital letters are there, so it will replace. If you pass small characters, so if the small characters are there in the particular string, it will replace that particular small characters. That is replace, and we'll see the repeat function. So this repeat function, what it will do is, it will repeat the string. It will repeat the string. Okay. Here, the repeat function. Give me a second, guys. So this repeat function, what it will do is, it will repeat the string that we have passed here. So the if we see the syntax is select command followed by repeat column or string value followed by we need to pass a number. So how many times you want to repeat that particular word. So in this case, if I want to if I want to repeat the string on the or else values of the column repeated for 3 times, so we need to pass 3 here. So whatever the number we have passed here, that many times the string is going to be repeated. So in this case, if you see this, I just pass the string value as Sairam, and I just want to repeat that for 2 times. Query, yeah, please. Any doubt? Okay. So if I run this queries, Sairam is get repeated for 2 times. If I pass 3, oh, sorry guys. So if I pass 3, it will repeat it for 3 times. Whatever the number here we pass, right? So that many times this thing will be repeated. So in this case, if I pass 4 times, it will repeat 4 times. Siam, Siam, Siam. This is how repeat function works. It is getting populated.
Sir, sir, one doubt here.
Yeah, please tell me.
We are repeating the same string 4 times. If we
Yes.
want space in between, how we need to do? I mean, each
So,
string repeatedly 4 times it will depend. Each
mhm.
string, if we want any space, we can do or we can't do.
Oh, in this repeat function, there is no that kind of option. So what we can do is we can use um, which function? Actually, that is a good question. The concatenables works.
Actually, this function is very useful, but if we have any space
Yes,
or
yes.
some modulation, then it will be very useful in real time. Right?
Yeah, it is useful, but by default it won't take any space. Actually, it will repeat those things without any space.
Oh,
That is a major disadvantage here.
Sir, once you have to check after M, you have to give space, sir. After that, run it.
Sorry.
Sir, Sai after M, you can give space and run it, sir, once.
This will works. This will works. Let me. There is one more function called replicate. Mm, 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 mm. I think uh, it works here or not. I'm not sure.
Sir,
Yeah, please.
can't we use space function here? Can't we use space function to give space in between strings?
So in that, yeah, we can do that as well. So I'm not sure whether replicate function works here or not. So there is one function called replicate. Okay. I'm not sure, guys. This replicate function is, I think, is not there. So there is one function called replicate. So even though if you have not provided any space, okay, just telling you, like if you pass like this, and it will, if you pass for the 4 times, what it will do is it will repeat. It will repeat that this replicate function will do the same will do the same what repeat will do. This replicate function will repeat this Sairam for 4 times, and it will add, by default it will add empty space here. That is one way. And yeah, somebody told, right? So we can add space here. That is one way. Okay. If we are like this, it will add empty spaces. That is one case. And we can concat space as well. We can concat space. The spaces are matching. So like this way we can do, like what we have to do is we need to concat first. First what we need to do is we have string value, that is Sairam. So we don't have any space. So for that space we need to add space. Okay, we need to add space here. The space by using concat option we can concat. Concat here. So the space will be added here. Okay, and if you run this query, and uh, now the concat with the use of concat and the space function, one space is added here, and this will be the output of this inner query. Okay, Sairam space, like this it will form like this. and it will be repeated for 2 times. If I run this query, so see here, the space is added. This is one way, and there is one more way. Any guess? Can't we use a padding option here? Can we use pad option here?
But we can
Same
use
as
it.
using concat in the space of
Mm-hmm.
huh, repeat LPAD Pyramis of 6 characters, so we should use 7.
Yes,
Repeat
exactly.
LPAD Pyram 7.
Exactly. We can use that many. We can use that as well. So here one more question. I think SDP 14, right? Mm, So I have one more question here for you.
Yes, sir.
We'll use our pad. So you said I need to pass some value. For example, I'm passing month. Okay. So how can I know how many number of so in month column, if I take the month column, how can I know how many number of characters are present in that particular month column in each value? I don't know, right?
Yes, sir.
So then in that case, what should I do? Mm,
Length. Should we use length of column?
Yeah, we can use length of the column here.
Length of column, comma, +1. Length of column +1. Anything like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tell me. I will tell you later. Next.
I don't know, sir. Just a guess.
Yeah, please tell. No, not a problem, please. Then what is the syntax of this or pad option?
Space. A space or a hashtag or a underscore. Any symbol.
Let me add Ash,
Okay.
and that's it.
Yes, sir.
This is closing here and closing here. Can I run this?
Yes, sir.
You
We did not mention the table.
yep. See here, it works. So let me drag this to down. So see here, by default, yeah, please.
So if you have given space in place of hash symbol,
Mm-hmm.
we should have got space, na sir?
Yes, we can. we can pass space here. So it got repeated 2 times, and it added empty space here. This is how we can use we can work on the columns.
Why the length of month plus 1 is provided?
Why? Because we for this column, for padding, okay, for padding option, we need to add for example, if we add like this, what it will do, it will the values, the what are the values present in this particular month column will be iterated, right? Will be iterated, and whatever the values we have, for example, if we have 7 characters, so the length will be 7 characters, right? Let
Yes,
me
yes, Sairam.
let me take one more example. Start from, let me take only month column. So if I take the month column, so how many characters are there? 7, February, March, 8, 5, 5, 5, like that, right? Okay, then now we'll see the LPAD option here. For LPAD, what we need to do in the LPAD, the first thing we need to pass string value or column, correct? Okay, the next thing, the next value, what will be the next argument, what we need to pass? The desired output length. For example, if we have pass 8 characters, sorry, 7 characters, and hash, and or else empty space, we have passed here. So what this function, what it will do, it will check this length, right? It will check this length. If it is length, if the length is less than 7 characters, sorry, if the length is less than 7 characters, then only this space will be added, right? If the length is equal to 7 characters, it won't add any space. Else, if it is less than 7 characters, then only it will add. If it is equal to 7 characters or greater than, the number of characters is greater than 7 characters, it won't add any space here, correct? If I replace the 7 with this function, then what it will happen? So the exact number will be returned. Whatever the number we have, that whatever the number of characters we have, that many number of characters will be that number of characters will be written. For example, here in each iteration, month will be replaced, right? So for example, January comes here. So in January, we have already 7 characters. So the length function, what it will do, it will return 7, correct? For example, in case of May, what it will do, it will be executed and it will return 3. Okay, like this it will be iterated. But finally what happens, it will become exact length. The length will be exact, length will be remain same, right? We don't have any extra length. We are not passing any extra length. If we run this, it will return 3. It will return 3, right? So the 3 is equal to 3. Okay, the 3 of this particular value equal to what are the value in the may iteration. Here we will get may string. So for that may, we are checking length. Length is equal to 3. This 3 equal to this character length, right? Got it? So if this length, if this both lengths are equal, then nothing will be added, right? So in that, to avoid that, so we are adding 1. So here, as part of this length function, we'll get 3 and we'll added 1. Total we will get 4. The length of this may is less than, sorry, the length of the may is 3. And 3 is less than 4, right? And to fill the fourth space, this empty space will be added. This is how this query works. Any doubt? I hope I have clarified your doubt.
Yes, sir.
Any
Thank you.
other doubts? Yeah, welcome. Any other doubts here?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, let me move forward. So this is one more example, guys. Replicate, but replicate is not available here in this MySQL, but it will do the same functionality. It will add, by default, it will add empty space here. Guys, I just want you to practice in this way. I'm telling one by one, like a month function one time, pad function one time, repeat function one time. I want you guys to practice like this. So then only you will learn like this. Okay. So try to solve a problem more than 2 ways or 3 ways. If you try like that, definitely will learn easily. So there is one more function called locate. This is taking us. I think it is behaving something different, guys. Mhm. Uh, okay, let me copy here. So this locate function, what it will do is, it will locate this particular string. If you see the syntax, so this would be the syntax. So this is the syntax. So the substring, the the substring what we are looking is that substring we need to pass here, and the main string and the starting position. The starting position, what it will tells, it will tell the starting position of that particular search operation. For example, we are passing home, right? So what it will do is it will search for this substring in this main string. Okay, and the starting position we are passing 2. What it will do is it will start from the second position of that particular string. So if I run this, I'm going to get 17. So what happens here? So it skipped 2 characters. Okay, it skipped 2 characters, and from here it started and it is searched, and home is starting at 17th character. Let 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 17. Mm-mm. It will give the 17th characters. Thing is exactly 9 plus 2 11. It gives that starting position. I think it is what exactly. It should give 15, right? 15 and 16. So basically the locate function, what it will do is it will locate this particular substring in this main string, and it will give the position where it is starting. So this returns some string, some value, some number where is exactly starting, the position of that particular string where it starts here. Can skip this, guys. And position also do the same function and do the same thing. So whatever the substring we have passed here, the substring will be searched in the main string, and it will return that particular starting position. And if I want to skip some values, we can pass here, and it will return particular thing. Let me pass. Yeah, I think some spaces are present here, guys. So I missed to calculate those spaces. So that is the reason O is starting at 17th position. And there is a reason it gave 17. And we'll see the position as well. So if we see the position, the locate function and the position functions, the functionality remains same, but there is a slight change in the position syntax. If you see the position syntax, so what we need to do is okay, this is a syntax. Let me bring this into next line. So in position syntax, what we need to do is we need to pass the substring, okay, followed by in operator. We need to pass in operator, and we need to pass the string. Okay, the main difference between in this locate function and the position function is, so if you want to skip any values, any number of values in this locate function, we can skip those many number of values. But in this position function, there is no option to skip that many number of values. By default, what it will do is this position operation, it will search for this substring in this main string, and it will give the first occurrence of this particular substring. By default, it will give the first occurrence. Okay, let me go ahead and run this query. So if I run this query, we'll get 9. Why? Because there's one empty space, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So the Sai is starting from 9th character. So that is the reason we got 9. So if you're looking for Ram, we'll get 13. So Ram is starting, R is starting at 13th position. So this how we'll get locate function. So this instr function also will do the same. The functionality is also same. Mm, But there is a slight change in the syntax. What it will do is, if you see the syntax, first we need to pass a string and the substring, what we are searching for. That is in str string, comma, substring. So this instr function will do the same as locate and position function, but the syntax is like this. The main string we need to pass here, and the substring that we are what we are searching for. So that substring we need to pass here. This substring will be searched in this main string, and it will return that particular position. So if I run this, so we'll get 8. So Sai is present in 8. Sai is starting at 8th position. So if you see this, if you count this number of characters present before, 1 2 3 6 7. So S is starting at 8th position. So that is the reason we got 8. If we change this, if we pass only A, it will give the 9th. This is how in STF function works, guys. This just want to add one more point. So this in STF function also returns the first occurrence of this particular value. Next we'll see last three functions: substr, substring, and mid. The syntax for substr, substr, substring, and mid is same. Let me check. This is the syntax, guys. The syntax remains same, but the function names will be changed. So for the substr and the mid and the substring, we need to pass string here, and we need to pass the starting position where we want to start and how many number of characters we want to extract. Okay, we'll see this use case. So this substr function and substring function, mid function, is used to extract the substring from that main string. Let me show you that. Let me take one example here. For example, Sairam is a string here. Okay, so from from this string, so we want to extract three characters. Okay, we want to see characters from 4 to 6. We want to see from 4 to 6 characters. Okay, so how can you do the, so if you see these 4 to 6 characters, Ram will be appear, right? So in Sairam word, we have 6 characters, and we want to extract, the last 3 characters, not last 3 characters. If you want to extract the 6 characters, not 6 characters, 4 to 6 characters. So if we did that, we will get this result. So like this way, if you want to extract any substring from the main string, so we can use substring and main mid operations, sorry, mid functions. But the syntax slightly changes. For to get this last 3 characters, that is from 4 to 6, what we did, we just skipped these 3 characters, right? We just skipped 3 characters, so that we need to tell the machine, and we want to skip 3 characters. So then the machine, what it will do, it will skip these 3 characters, and how many characters we want. So if you want 3 characters, we can pass 3 characters after skipping these 3 records. Sorry, 3 characters. It will take 3 characters. If we have, if you want to get 6 characters, it will take 6 characters. For suppose if I pass here 6, but here 3 characters only present. So then what it will do is it will return these 3 characters only. If it is less greater than 9 characters, sorry, it is greater than 6 characters, it will return 6 characters only. So what happened is Sai is skipped. We have passed 3 characters and these 3 characters was skipped. Okay, these 3 characters skipped. And next, remaining from these characters, only we want 6 characters. So this substring will isolate only 6 characters, that is Ram, Sai. It will extract these characters only. And first suppose if we have only 3 characters, then it will return only 3 characters. Even though we have passed 6, it will return 3 characters only. This is how substring and mid and substr function works. The main use case of this function is to extract substring from the string. Any doubt here, guys? Any doubt in substring and mid and substr? Okay, let me run this query. So if you see this query, I have passed skill development program as string, and I want to skip 7 characters. And after skipping 7 characters, I want 11 characters. This is how we can do. Oh. Sorry guys, I forgot. The mid function is not available. Like it is saying that the mid function is not available in the MySQL. So for now we'll skip that. We'll check only Sebastia. But this function works here, right? Why it is saying that? We don't have a substring.
It's working for me, sir.
Is it working in your SQL?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, just a second, guys. Sorry. What I did is I just passed empty space before that. That is the reason it is giving that error. So I was shocked. Okay, now it works. So if I run this, So if I run this, 7 characters, initial these 7 characters are skipped, and it will give next 11 characters. So it skipped 7 characters. In skill, there are 5 characters, and empty space is there that is skipped, and it is giving next 11 characters development. And the same thing, we'll see the substring function. So, so in substring also, take this. So if we do the sub-str function, it will return ent. So here what it will do is, here it skipped 15 characters. Okay, here it skipped 15 characters, and it gave last 5 characters. Okay, last 5 characters. Here 2 spaces are there, so that is the reason it gave 2 characters or 2 empty spaces. So this is how it would be. And next we'll see the substring. So the substring also do the same. Yeah, first it skipped first 10 characters, and it gave last 30 characters. So here we don't have any, we don't have 30 characters after skipping 10 characters. So that is the reason, I think it will skip here. Till here it gave, even though we have passed the 30 characters length, it didn't give 30 characters. Why? Because the string itself having, after skipping 10 characters, how many characters is having? 9, 10, 10 plus 7, 17. So after skipping 10 characters, it has only 17 characters. So that is the reason it gave 17 characters, even though we have passed the 30 characters length. That's it, guys. That's it for today. Any doubt here?